Hello, students. I'm Nilanjan from CIMAGE Group of Institutions. I'm the teacher of English over here. Many of you are preparing for the competitive examination that I have come to know. And if you talk about the competitive examinations like Bank PO, Railway, SSC, CAT, MAT, all these things, you will definitely find the English section a bit tougher. Why is it so? Because you people are lacking in grammatical concept. There are some chapters which are included in that particular section. And if you go through all these chapters clearly, then definitely you will be able to solve out the questions that appear in the question paper. For that particular purpose, so that it will be easier for you to tackle all these questions, I am here today presenting one of the important chapters of English grammar named as spotting error. I will discuss a few rules, and after that, I will give you the example so that you can be absolutely sure about that how is it happening, how everything is proceeding. And later on, I will give you a question to be solved by you. So without wasting time, let's get started. Here comes rule number 1. Some nouns have plural forms at all times. They cannot be made singular by removing the S. Okay, there are some nouns in this particular word. Actually, whatever rules I am going to discuss today, that should be completely based on noun, right? So first rule says, some nouns have plural forms at all times. They cannot be made singular by removing the S. Actually, generally, these nouns have all the time the plural form. And if you try to remove the S, then definitely you will not be in a position to remove that, right? So let me give one example, that she has lost a pair of earrings. If you go through this particular sentence, you will come to know that the last word that is written as earrings, and it is containing that S at the end of this particular word. So if you try to remove that S to make it singular, it's not going to be possible for you. So that is the rule all about rule number 1. Now, for you, one question is given, that is, darts are played by men as well as women. Okay. So in the spotting error section, you will be given a particular sentence in a segmented form, and you were supposed to identify that in which portion the error lies, right? So if you go through this particular sentence, you will come to know that darts are played by men as well as women. And at the end, it is no error. If there is no error, you will take out this option, right? So initially, if you go through the sentence, the first part, it is written that darts are. Now, what do you mean by darts? It's a name of a game. Already, it consists of the letter S at the end of this particular word. Now, if you think that you were supposed to remove this S from that particular word, it is not possible. Okay? So, darts being the singular, the verb will be is in place of are, and that is the wrong section. So, the first section, that is wrong over here. Okay? So let me proceed to rule number 2. Collective nouns may be used as singular as well as plural. If they are shown as a body or group, then they are singular. But if they are shown as individual members, then they are plural. Okay. So this, what do you mean by collective noun? It's a collection of different group of people. It can be group of people. It can be bouquet of flowers, all these things. So it should be, it may be used rather as singular as well as plural, depending on the nature of that collective noun. If they're shown as a body or group, agar group ka, there might have been the concept of group. At that particular time, it should be considered as a singular one. But if you are talking about, if you want to mean the individual members by this particular word, then definitely it should take the plural form, right? So first example for you, the public was angry. Here, public is used as a whole. If you are talking about the collection of people, and definitely in that particular case, it should be that public is to be considered as a singular one. That's why the verb is given over here, was. Now, the second sentence, the public were reading different books. Here, public is used as individual members. There are so many persons who are involved in these reading activities. In that case, the verb will be used as plural one. That's why it is written, the public were. Correct? Now, next question. The jury is, the question is for you. The jury is divided in their opinion. Look, you should be pretty sure about it that if we are talking about collection of judges, when there is division in opinion, when the opinion differs, it means that definitely there is the existence of more than one opinion, right? So the jury here is to be considered as plural one. because without being plural, there is no difference in opinion. It should be more than one opinion. In this way, is will be replaced by are. So in which part the error lies? Of course, in the second part. Correct? Let us proceed to rule number 3. Avoid using apostrophe with s if the noun is a non-living thing, but it can be used with living things, time, weight, distance, amount, or with personified nouns. So what is the rule actually saying? The rule is just like that you should not use apostrophes with a non-living thing, right? But it can be used with a living being and these words which have been written as a rule: time, weight, distance, amount, or with personified nouns. If you go through the example, it is written that Sheila must know time's worth. Okay. So as I have already told you through the rule, that time, if you're writing the word time, it can take the apostrophes. Here it is, time's worth. So it is taking, the word time is taking apostrophes, is perfectly all right. Now the question is, Robin's friends played the match brilliantly and won the match. Robin's friends played the match. Robin being the living entity, definitely you should include apostrophes over there, and here it is included. So in this particular question, no error will be the correct answer. Why? Because there is no error in this particular sentence. Robin being the living entity, it must take the apostrophes which is already written over here in the first part. So the correct answer is going to be no error. Right. Let us move to rule number 4. Name of the books that reflect plurality is used as a singular noun with singular verb. So there are certain kind of books which is named as in that particular name of the book you will find apostrophe s or s. So it doesn't mean that it is to be considered as a plural one. It should be always considered as a singular one. Gulliver's Travel has a bulk sale. Gulliver's Travel is the name of a book, but in spite of having s in this particular word, still it is to be considered as a singular noun. That's why it should always take a singular verb, that is has, right? The question is for you: War and Peace is loved by people. War and Peace, once again, it is the name of a book. So of course, if we are considering the name of a book, so it should be considered as a singular one. That's why it should take singular verb. So War and Peace here is what to be followed, is followed here in this particular sentence is, that is singular by nature. That's why it is perfectly all right. So here it is no error. It should be the correct option, right? Now we are into the last rule. In a compound noun, if a noun qualified by a quantitative adjective is used as an adjective of another noun, then it is kept in singular form, since adjectives are never used in plural forms. What is the rule saying? Let me clarify that with the example. 100 rupee note was laying these. Okay. Now, 100 rupee note. So if you're talking about 100, then definitely it should come to your mind that is considered, it is meaning the plural one, but actually it is not plural. Now, 100 rupee note, you are talking about one note, and the denomination is 100, right? You should not use 100 rupee notes or 100 rupees note, correct? Because it is in the singular form and adjectives are never used in the plural form, right? We are planning, so the question is that we are planning a 9-day tour. We are planning what? A 9-day tour. What kind of tour? How many days it is? 9 days. So in that particular case, it should not take the plural form. Okay, it is never used in the plural forms. That's why it is written that we are planning a 9-day tour. So the correct answer will be no error once again. I'm quite sure that I have explained all these 5 rules in a very clearly, and you should definitely, it's my perception that you have come to know that what kind of rules, all these things, and you have a fair idea right now that in which way you should proceed. And in the coming videos, I will be presenting more rules, more the other rules, which will be really beneficial for you to get through the questions in the examination. Okay. Thank you for watching the video, and just keep watching all these videos which are really going to be beneficial for you. That's all from my side. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.